Hello everybody, it's time for another part of playthrough solution from Gran Turismo 3. First of all, I have some stuff to say before I'm gonna begin this adventure with another event from Gran Turismo 3. I think I should say thank you to TPL Motorsport because I forgot sometime. He actually said that some people might enjoy that I'm not just recording a playthrough with my camera from now. I have a better camera 1 year ago or 2 years ago. Some people may say that I have bad quality and I'm not a YouTuber or something like that, rather a bullshitter who just records games with a very bad quality. Instead of that, I was recording some The Sims playthrough. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna do that, but I have a little surprise for you. I had an idea to actually get Japanese version because I think that makes more sense. Japanese version of Gran Turismo 2 and make a playthrough from this game at the beginning of March or about the half of March. I'm not sure right now, but if you want to check it out, stay tuned for it. Anyway, why I'm checking the rough manufacturer which makes a kind of modified Porsche vehicles. Well, I had an idea to get Porsche 911 996 G3. Sadly, Electronic Arts got a super license bought, so no chances. We have Boxer Spirit and Spider Roadster. I have a chance to buy Roof 3400S and just take these two events with this one vehicle. But I really don't like modified Porsche Boxster, so I decided to use a modified Porsche 911 996 GT3. And I'm gonna use this Biarritz white color, something like that, because you know the Porsche colors that you can get when you can acquire thanks to Garage Editor Porsche 911. I'm gonna again drive this beautiful white RGT. Just gonna give me that little illusion that I'm driving just kind of modified vehicle owned by Kazunori Yamauchi. Also, we have some parts modified. Sport suspension, typical for Porsche and roof cars, because you know Porsche is that kind of manufacturer which even in 2000 got a chance to make vehicles good for driving on a tarmac and on the dirt. I can buy an A tune-up, but they are not very good. I'm not sure if the best Porsche vehicle is with turbo or without turbo. All I know is that I must buy a turbo kit because we have Boxer Spirit, but for professional use, so it ain't gonna be a walk in the park. It's gonna be something more difficult. That's why I'm buying again a lot of upgrades for this vehicle I have. We cannot buy intercooler, but I can get this beautiful Stage 3 turbo kit. I just can change oil and make over 700 horsepower, which is good enough for me. And of course lightweight. I'm gonna make something close to Porsche 911 GT3. I'm only gonna have more power than the GT3 you could know. Okay, now change oil. I'm gonna step up to my home and get some more stuff. Now this vehicle have about 720 horsepower. Now I'm gonna apply it with this beautiful red wheels from Yokohama. And with this lightweight, this weight carried out, I have only 1130 kilograms. It's almost probably the same weight which have race modified GT3. So I think I have something like a mix of Kazunori Yamauchi vehicle, is just not a Porsche, sadly, but I have something like rough RGT3 or something like that. Let's just call it a modified Porsche 911 GT3 because I mostly would like more Porsche vehicles in Gran Turismo rather than RUF. That's why I wasn't very happy when I found out that Porsche 911 is in the game, but you need to acquire with cheat codes or by using Garage Editor. Now, I have talked a lot today, but I had an idea that Gran Turismo 3 is probably this kind of game which I really like. I can't say that I don't like The Sims or any other games I've played, but I think the Gran Turismo 3 is the best playthrough I have right now. Okay, Spider and Roadster and Boxer Spirit. Okay, so we have a very funny situation. I just modified Rough RGT, but I forgot that Boxer Spirit is after Spider and Roadster. Luckily I have a solution for this problem, and this little solution have a name like Honda S2000 with Imola Orange Pearl. I did find out that in Japanese version of this game it was just a soft top version of S2000 and it was normally working vehicle. Sadly in America it was with this roof set on, something like that. And if you want to check out this Imola Orange Pearl vehicle, you could check my first video I've ever got. Yeah, I know it was made in 2014. I can honestly say that videos I've made in between 2014 and 2016 were a bunch of shit. I cannot say that it did not happen. Luckily now I have a better camera and better programs to make these videos look kinda better. That's good enough for me. Anyway, instead of this talking, I have chronicles of my channel and some other things I have on my mind. So I'm gonna drive a special vehicle. Why I can say it's a special vehicle? Not only is it a soft top, but it's also an extra version of S2000 with three not obtainable colors. Beside of Imola Orange, you might find two other colors for this vehicle. Yeah, if you can watch this first video I had in 2014, then you should know all the things. Okay, I've spent some time in the tune shop, but luckily I had all cars which I need for today finally tuned. So I'm just gonna have to go to Spider and Roadster event. Spider and Roadster have Grand Valley Speedway, Trial Mountain and Côte d'Azur. Race information is 10,000 for first place, IB license required, and you need to have Spider or Roadster vehicle. That means S2000, CRX Del Sol, Lotus Elise, only Sport 190s permitted here. You cannot acquire Motorsport Elise owned by Lotus here. Of course, few versions of Yunos Roadster made by Mazda, SLK 230, Mugen S2000, Silvia Varietta, is probably American version, Opel Speedster, Roof 3400S, Shelby Cobra, some other vehicles. Okay, Grand Valley Speedway, professional league, so that means we're gonna have here about 10 laps. 10 laps or maybe even more, I'm not sure about that right now, but yes, 10 laps. And we have a nice pack of opponents. TVR Griffith, Lotus Elise Sport 190, Tommy Kaira Double Z S, Rough 3400S, and another S2000 Type V. How many things I have here? Okay. 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 I took care of all the stuff that I need to take care of. And I have this beautiful orange S2000. Luckily, this is one of these favorite colors I can acquire for Honda vehicles. Luckily, I also have racing super slick tires. If I'm not mistaken, I think I bought them. One way or the other ain't gonna be so difficult. I can't really say that this is something like a Honda S2000 GT1, but it's a very nice vehicle anyway. Okay. As you can see, Spider and Roadsters, but also we have a situation where modified vehicles are not so good at steering. Also, I only have traction control system, so no assist stability management. So now, Spider and Roadster ain't something easy. That's what I can tell you. S2000 is not a very bad vehicle, but it tends to oversteer. It's not so heavy, and the engine I got was modified to have over 500 horsepower. So yeah, driving this vehicle in this state is probably the extreme sport. Something like that. Luckily, the only opponent I have here is TVR Griffith 500, which is also a very fast vehicle, but tends to oversteer much more often than my orange S2000. So, if Griffith 500 makes a big mistake, it is a big loss for him. And also, I think I have super slick tires, but still I can say that the heat signature for all these wheels is taking other colors, not blue anymore, rather teal or light green. Okay. In this situation, I might say that the short range gearbox is not a very good solution for this problem. Of course, it's probably the easiest way to acquire high speed, but I would kind of like more the car might be a little heavier. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Anyway, again oversteer, touching the grass. Yeah, this is the biggest downside of Spider and Roadsters in this game. They are not very heavy, and if they are heavy, they tend to oversteer much more often. I'm not sure if this is aerodynamics or some other things. Okay. Okay, TVR Griffith is seriously the only opponent I might have a challenge with. The other drivers are just driving, and that's all. Okay. that should not be so tough. Of course, this S2000 is not the best vehicle for driving here, but one way or the other I can honestly say that. There is one thing I really like in this vehicle. Even though it tends to oversteer, I still have first place and a nice lead distance from this TVR. And I did not touch the grass in this section. I'm just waiting for a moment when TVR is gonna make a big mistake. Luckily ain't gonna be so difficult to do that, because TVR Griffith 500, it is a very heavy car. And I know that Polyphony Digital did use power multiplier for these vehicles rather than some upgrades. I'm still keeping the lead distance. And of course, me and TVR Griffith 500 driver are getting away from anybody else. I can only say that probably the last vehicle is Tomicaira ZS, because to be honest, modifications for this Tomicaira lightweight vehicle are not so good. So yeah. Now let's brake. Okay. Release the throttle at the right moment to prevent an oversteer problem. I might try to drift here for a while, but sadly I can't say that this is a good idea. Alright. Okay, that's not so bad. Half of this race is almost past. And TVR Griffith is probably starting to make more mistakes. Now I have almost 12 seconds of lead distance. Even though TVR is getting away from any other opponents, I cannot honestly say that this is a big problem for me to get away from him. Okay. Now left tires, front left and rear tires. Now have a yellow heat signature. So it's not very good. Now Griffith 500 is using a pit stop. I did not thought that this TVR vehicle might use pit stop in this moment. Sadly, a lot of drivers are trying to overtake this TVR Griffith. So a lesson for today. Speed is not all you must have. What you must have is not only speed but also good tires and good vehicle. Now Lotus Elise Sport 190 have second place, and I don't think that TVR might have a chance to actually take it out from this Lotus car. Okay. "41 seconds of lead distance." Now Route 3400S is using a pit stop. So I think that Tommy Kaira might have a chance to get there and get at least the 5th place. Oh, so that's 2000 IV. That's funny, I thought that Tommy Kaira's S is the worst vehicle in this event. Luckily, this is a great paradox. My S2000 is fully modified, so maybe it's also because I'm driving it myself. I'm not using autopilot or e-spec just like in Gran Turismo 4 and 5. Maybe because of this. Close to the best lap time, lap number 8, and I'm gonna get 1 lap lead distance from this vehicle. And Lotus Elise 190 is still keeping its 2nd place. No chances for TVR to actually change this. Oops, a little drift. There it is. S2000 Type V. And the best lap time. And TVR Griffith had a chance to get second place. Okay. So I guess Lotus Ellis also must use a pit stop. And I thought that this is gonna be kept until the end of this race. Funny thing that usually happens like that. So maybe that might happen now or later at the end of this race. So TVR Griffith 500 is not a very slow vehicle. Okay. Just one lap, I'm taking the cash, I'm getting out to another location. And TVR Griffith again had a chance to make a huge lead distance from all other opponents, which he met. Over 1 minute of lead distance from TVR, because luckily I didn't have a chance and I didn't want to use a pit stop. Oops. Tires are spinning out. This is not good. Luckily this is the final lap. And now finally Lotus Ellis 190 is using a pit stop, losing its chance to make it to the podium. Okay. That was nice. Okay. 10,000 credits. I've lost a lot of money to modify these vehicles. But the first race is over. That's all. Okay, race number 2, Trail Mountain. And then Côte d'Azur, so I may be pretty sure that Côte d'Azur is gonna take about 15 laps. Okay, this time we have Lotus Motorsport Ellis instead of ROV 3400S. And this is Trail Mountain, so I think it's gonna be more difficult Okay. Long range gearbox, because I do want to have a situation where I'm gonna lose traction or do something else. Okay. I'm talking so much that I really need this water. Okay. Okay, so we mostly have lightweight vehicles for this race. 2 Lotus Ellises, Tommy Kaira, TVR Griffith. I'm not sure about Griffith because it have 1100 for such a little vehicle. It's like a British Roadster. Instead of that, my S2000 with lightweight and fully modified upgrades and Type V used by an opponent. I have to heat up the tires. I have a lack of traction even though I'm using traction control system. There's not much to control when I don't even have too much traction. Ouch, a little crash with TVR. Ouch, another crash. Yeah, I really need to heat up those tires. I can honestly feel that this vehicle is not driving in a normal way. Okay. This chicane we have, or is not a chicane, I don't know. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Almost got out of the track. But it's not good anyway. Okay. The hit signature is now in the green color. So now it's gonna be alright. Okay. Okay. Okay, now the tires are in a good condition. Get it up so lack of traction is not so frightening anymore. I'll have to keep it that way. I was close to that rock climb, but I got a little crash in the tunnel section. Okay. Okay. This race is very easy. Yes, this race is very easy. But again, TVR Griffith have a second place and a huge distance from all other opponents. And what's so funny, Honda S2000 Type V, owned by opponent, again have last place. Too bad. Alright. Okay. Okay. I need to stay focused here now. But I don't think it's gonna be very difficult. Again, TVR Griffith 500 using a pit stop. And on this track it really means that it's gonna have little problem with other opponents. I'm not sure about that because they are still trying to get up to him. And he's just getting out from the pit stop, so Even though now Tomicara ZZS somehow got a chance to get a second place, this feeling of success might be short-lived. That's how you can call it. Probably short-lived. It ain't gonna be so long anyway. Okay. Okay, now Lotus Motorsport Liz have second place. S2000 heavy is using a pit stop. No chances now for him to catch up to other opponents. I can't really say that I might now have a chance to overtake him and get a one lap of lead distance, because he is now getting out of the pit stop, but I might catch him at this lap. Got a little. I can't really say that this is a little. I got an accident. It was not so good. Tires are getting heated up. The signature is not yellow. It's turning to orange color. But I'm gonna catch him here. He's not so fast, so it ain't gonna be so tough. Black S2000. Sorry. Okay, final lap. That's very good, because these tires I have are gonna get dead. Busted up pretty bad too. A little accident. Okay. Okay, another race finished. This time only 59 seconds of lead distance. But this time Griffith 500 did not have such not such luck. Got third place this time. It looks like Motorsport Elise is a nice vehicle in some way. $10,000 credits. And let's move on to probably the longest race I'm gonna have, not only in this event. Côte d'Azur. Of course. Because Monaco have only 2 miles of length, it doesn't matter if this track takes about 2 minutes, 15 laps. Sorry. And we have the same starting grid as the first track, or almost the same, I'm not sure. Anyway, we have 15 laps. Okay, I'm gonna just overtake this TVR Griffith 500. Okay, so the first lap I got first place, and I think that this Côte d'Azur ain't gonna be so difficult. Of course, this race is gonna be very long, but not very difficult. Okay. So this race is gonna take about 25 up to 28 minutes. So luckily, if you're a very fast driver, it ain't gonna be a big problem for yourselves. Okay. At this track, if you are checking out the map, on the left side, Côte d'Azur is probably the only track where this all vehicles, not only TVR Griffith but even S2000 Type V, cannot get too far out from anybody else. Beside me, I am far away from all of them. I've tried too hard. Okay, now that was nice. This time Road 3400S have very good steering condition to get out, get away from TVR Griffith 500 and all this Lotus Elises. Sadly again, S2000 Type V is probably the worst driver here again. Ouch. I've started braking too late. Luckily I can't fry up this engine. The real driving simulator. Still I can say it has some of arcade physics. Luckily. Okay, this time it was alright. Over 1 minute of lead distance. And I don't know if anybody did use a pit stop. I did not stay focused on that, I just kept driving. When you're having not 10 laps but 15 laps on this track, well, okay, little crash again. Somebody did made a huge accident because it did stop. I think this is TVR Griffith. S2000 is very slow, but this vehicle is still keeping a good distance from anybody else and don't make too many mistakes. That's a good thing. 1 minute 15 seconds of lead distance, and I'm sure somebody might use a pit stop. Not yet. Alright. Oh, the lead distance is really rising up. I can't really say that I'm gonna catch all of them, but for now I have a chance to make one lap of lead distance from more than one opponent, and Griffith 500 on this track is at the 5th place. Now it should be at the last one. This TVR Griffith really is not driving so good. It must use a pit stop. There is no way out of this. Just check it out. This dude gonna crash into anything he can. Just check it. Lotus Elise is not many different from it. So yeah, the only opponents that can somehow drive fast are Rough 3400S and Lotus Motorsport LS. LS Sport 190 and TVR Griffith 500 are not very fast, and they really have busted up tires. Drifting made by artificial intelligence. That's very exciting. But I ain't got no time for that. Griffith finally said, maybe I should try this pit stop finally. It's not really getting any better. Well, one thing I know is that S2000 is already on the way to get 5th place. And I'm getting much bigger lead distance, so maybe I'll even have one lap of lead distance from 2 last cars that are still away from me. But I can also say that tires I have are not in such a good condition because I am driving very aggressively. So with these 2 events, I think I'm gonna have perfect spend 2 hours. Spider-Man Roadster is really a big pain in the ass. Luckily, Boxer Spirit with modified through RGT ain't gonna be so bad. Roof 3400S already had given up. So the only fast opponent left is Tommy Kaira's ZS. Alright, so there is no Motorsport Elise. My bad. Turns out that Tommy Kaira lightweight vehicle is very fast here. Don't ask me why. All I know is that this vehicle have 200 horsepower just like Lotus Elise Sport 190. And about 670 kilograms too. With modifications it have only 280 horsepower, but somehow got a chance to drive very fast. I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of this Tom's Angel you can find in Gran Turismo 2. Okay, so I have 1 lap of lead distance from all drivers. Little crash, of course. Okay. S2000 Type V pitting in. Even though you are the worst opponent there, you still must use a pit stop. Because your tires are not good anymore. It's really making me laugh my ass off. Ouch. I guess karma is a bitch. Not paying enough attention leads to these situations. I can't say that tires I have are in good condition, but somehow I did not have a chance because I didn't want to and I didn't need to use a pit stop. Okay. Luckily this is the final lap. So this race took about 25 minutes. Yay. Okay. Spider and Roadster is finished. Okay. Let's take those 10,000 credits and let's check out our prize car. Spider and Roadster, so I'm gonna get... Okay, Shelby Cobra painted with this yellow color. Okay, that's not very bad. Sadly, I'm not very sure if I'm gonna have a chance to actually try this vehicle. GT40 is not a very bad car, but Shelby Cobra, I might have a bit of a problem. Anyway, it's time to go with Rough RGT and get this next event. Luckily we have reversed the Forest Raceway, Rome Circuit and Super Speedway. Race information, 15,000 for first place, IB license required and Boxer Spirits, so only Subaru Impreza, Subaru Legacy and vehicles owned by Roof. Luckily I have Roof RGT. Seriously, too bad about this Porsche 911 996 GT3. I would really like to drive it here. Well, what can you do? The copyright issues. One way or another we have reversed Deep Forest, so... Oh, I spent about 1 hour and 15 minutes. 1 hour and 60 minutes now. Luckily this Boxer Spirit ain't gonna be so long. We have Super Speedway, so hey! Okay. Okay, now it's alright. Just downforce. It's all alright. And luckily Roof RGT, owned by myself, is a very fast car, so this event ain't gonna be... There's no way that this is gonna be difficult for me. As you can see, I have super slick tires. Vehicle I have over 700 horsepower, so I'm just gonna drive here very fast. I can give myself some rest because driving this S2000 was the biggest pain in the ass I already had. I'm not sure if this asset stability management system is required for this vehicle. I know that the traction control system is very good, but I don't know about that, whatever. So this is my almost looking like Porsche 911 GT3 white Roof RGT. I hope that I'm gonna get a good price car for Boxer Spirit. I know that you can acquire some good vehicle, but I'm not sure which one. All I know is that in DTM, German Touring Car Championship, I get both Volkswagen Lupo 1600cc and Volkswagen New Beetle Cup car owned with V6 engine 2.8. But you could also get Opel Astra DTM and special Roof 3400S with champagne gold color. And I'm curious. I cannot remember that I got Legacy before Blitzen with Kashmir yellow or something like that, because I think I should get something like that. Maybe I didn't get, but I don't remember about that. I'm just curious what kind of price car I'm gonna get here. I hope that this is gonna be I hope this is gonna be a good one. Okay. And there's also gonna be a good show after Boxer Spirit, because if I'm not mistaken, in a professional league after that I just have NA Sports Race event, Turbo Sports Race event, and then few one-make races, Gran Turismo All-Stars, All Japan GT, Gran Turismo World Championship, and then I'm gonna move out to rally events and endurance races before I can compete in this S license. Ouch. S license championships such as Dream Car Championship for Professional League, Polyphony Digital Cup, Like the Wind, which is something like a Mega Speed Cup from Gran Turismo 1, but just with one track, and then Formula GT. So yeah, spoiler alert, but who gives a shit? And I also have Gran Turismo 2. So it's gonna be a good show. I'm driving very fast. I'm driving so fast that even though ride height is set almost to minimum, the vehicle I have makes little jumps here and there on deep forest. Our GTA have a second place, and that's very strange because what Rough CTR2 is with those Rough 3400S and Subaru Impreza. It's so funny also, even though that this is RR drivetrain vehicle, so rear engine, rear wheel drive, this assist stability management really makes me feel annoyed. It's almost as if I'm driving a front engine, front wheel drive car. I'm gonna have to turn it off at the next track. Okay, so yeah, it's something like that because Super Legacy before Blitzen decided to use a pit stop, and this is the vehicle at the last place. Too bad about him. Now it's time for Subaru Impreza Sedan WRX STI, so this is not Subaru Impreza WRX from 2000. but rather a version 6. Okay, another car that I can catch. Yeah, version 6. This is an old sedan. If I'm not mistaken, this is GC version of Subaru Impreza, GC generation. Okay, Griffith 3400S is using a pit stop. CTR2 also decided to use free time he have. Sadly, CTR2 might be a fast road vehicle, but tends to oversteer more often when the tires are in a bad condition. Still, CTR2 is not a very bad vehicle. And CTR2 is just a modified old Porsche 911, but the second generation. Final lap. I just got close to the best lap time. Without this SAM system, maybe I could make much better lap times. But still, it's not so bad. At Gran circuit, I'm gonna have a lot of chances to try this. Okay. Finally, Rough RGT decided to use a pit stop, but did pass start-finish line. So this is the only opponent which ain't gonna get one lap of lead distance. Well, still he is far away from me. And that's very funny. Somehow Subaru Impreza WRX STI version 6, so the old Subaru Impreza GC generation, had a chance to overtake rough CTR2. Nice. Very nice. And actually had a chance to keep this place. Okay. And I'm taking 15,000 that belongs to me. And it's time for another track. Now we are taking our boxer engines to Gran circuit. Okay. Okay, so we have the same starting grid. Alright. no active stability management system, because I forgot that roof vehicles, just like Porsche cars, have very good traction, even though they are not. They cannot be very fast, and you need to have almost 400 horsepower to actually catch up to some Japanese sports car like Honda NSX. Whatever, let's go. We have 10 laps here, so it ain't gonna be so difficult. After that, 15 or 20 laps at super speedway, and I'm getting a good price car. Now I can feel that I'm driving fast. But the brakes are not so good. Okay, so maybe this is the downforce, I don't know. One way or another, I don't have SAM system turned on, so I can still drive faster. Okay, so on this corner I'll have to start braking early. And if you did not forget, yes, this little section that we have after the start line to this section here, I mean this when I was supposed to start braking early, is the same segment used for Gran Turismo 5 and also Supercar Street Challenge. I did find out somehow that Supercar Street Challenge, even though that game was not made by Polyphony Digital, actually have almost the same layout of Rome Circuit, almost the same map. You can check it out. Gran Turismo 5, Gran Turismo 6, and then Supercar Street Challenge. So here we should turn to the left if we want to get this Gran Turismo 5, Gran Turismo 6 section, and we are driving here, close to the old good Colosseo. Now if I would like to drive to Gran Turismo 5, Gran Turismo 6 section, I'll have to drive straight ahead, but I'm driving on the Gran Turismo 2 and Gran Turismo 3 section of Rome Circuit, so I'm driving here. Well, at least what I can say is at least Polyphony Digital tried to make similar but not the same track, because Rome Circuit in Gran Turismo 5 only have few corners similar to these which we have here. And what's so funny, in Gran Turismo PSP we had few hidden tracks from Gran Turismo 3, and probably it was supposed to have also tracks from good old Gran Turismo 2, such as Pikes Peak, such as Tahiti, old Tahiti, Dirt Road 3. I'm not sure if only Gran Turismo 3 version, but also Gran Turismo 2. But instead of that, we also had a chance to try Grindelwald and something else. That may be very good. Oh, I even got my own commercial. Yeah, I'm driving a roof car. That's good. I might get here a good commercial. Hey, this is a roof signature. And what car is this fast guy is driving? He's driving a white rough RGT. And again. And best lap time. Because I have heated up tires. With a green signature. I may be strange, but I can also hear. This is a Boxer 6 engine, but with this racing muffler and air cleaner, I can somehow hear a similar sound effect to Pagani's Honda C12 and C12S. Can you hear it? Turn up the volume and hear it yourself. Almost the same, doesn't it? You can hear it when I'm getting the high RPMs. Hey, I am much more faster than this Legacy B4 Blitzen. Alright, another best lap time. I'm getting very fast. Like Legacy before Blitzen. Again, just like S2000 IV from Spider Roadster. Even though this is the worst vehicle set here on this track, still have tires, so here's a pit stop. Too bad that this is the worst vehicle and also the first vehicle which must use new tires. much. Now it's time for Subaru Impreza and again CTR2? What the heck? CTR2 was supposed to have over 500 horsepower and somehow it is the worst roof vehicle set here. Roof 3400S stock one have only 300 horsepower. RGT have 280 because this is a only slightly modified Porsche 911 GT3. I'm not sure why it happens. It's very strange for me. Okay, that wasn't so good. Two laps to go. Now we have 2300S. So I think these are the modifications applied here. CTR2 because it have 500 horsepower probably don't have any modifications applied and no power multiplier. 3400S probably have some more power and RGT have probably the same amount such as CTR2 but somehow got better steering and it's also better made, something like that. Okay, the final lap. Again close to the best lap time, but sadly no chances to be as fast as I can. I got a huge lead distance. Now I have a very nice challenge too. Can I overtake this rough RGT? I know that Legacy before Blitzen is gonna be overtaken with 2 laps. So I'm gonna get 2 laps of lead distance from him. Okay. A funny situation. Rough RGT overtakes Legacy before Blitzen and Rough RGT overtakes Rough RGT and Legacy before Blitzen again. That's nice. No best lap time now, but no problems too. I laughed my ass off. Again, Roof CTR2 got a problem, which makes him finish this race at the 5th place. Okay, again I have 15,000 credits. It's getting late evening, so I'm gonna have to get just this last track, Super Speedway. I think this is gonna be just 15 laps. Probably not 20, I'm not sure about that, but I'm gonna check it out. 20 laps. Okay. One way or the other, this race is gonna take me about 10 minutes. Ten minutes of racing here. I'm gonna get a prize car and I'm getting some rest. Now I can be only curious what I'm gonna upload next week. I have few ideas set of let's plays, such as Gran Turismo 2. I'm gonna have to check it out if it works alright. And I have one special game from Japan for you. But I'm gonna have to do something with that because this game is not working so good. Alright. This race is gonna take about maybe not 10 but 12 minutes, not more. That's good anyway. Yeah, 11 to 12 minutes, not more. And because this is a super speedway, short oval track, I ain't gonna get any problems here. I'm just gonna get 2 to 3 laps of lead distance, maybe 4 if it goes alright. And that's all. One little crash. Okay, now it's time to catch up to this Roof RGT. might say that this race is very exciting, but sadly I like racing. In real life I might also like race sometimes, but I don't really like NASCAR races or something like driving on an oval track. You're just driving around and around, and you can really feel that this race just have just two long hairpins or whatever you can call it, and that's all. Of course you're driving fast and you need a lot of stamina and still nerves to make sure you ain't gonna crash into anything with high speed. Sadly, I really like difficult tracks, narrow roads, and some other things. Just like the tracks I knew in Gran Turismo Concept and Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, for example, or some other games I play. When you have few tricky sections and something like that. Route 3400S using a pit stop. All of them are using a pit stop. That's funny. Maybe I could get easily this 3 to 4 laps lead distance from all opponents. Nice driving. Okay. Okay. Again overtaking this Legacy before blitzing. Only 3 laps and I can finally check out the price car. Slipstream. Whoa. Almost 310 kilometers. Let's check out. Do I have the best lap time? Probably not. Oh, I had a chance to actually have one. That's nice. That's very kind. Sadly, the tires I have, especially the rear, the right tires, are starting to get overheated. Ouch. Sorry. Okay, I have 4 laps of lead distance from Subaru Legacy before Blitzen, and that's very good. Okay, now he is using a pit stop. Too bad, because he can as well just go to his own pit stop and finish the race. Okay, some other drivers are using a pit stop too. So yeah, 4 laps of lead distance. I only got 3 laps of lead distance from Roof RGT. The other drivers, you know. Oh, 5 laps of lead distance from Legacy B4. Nice. Okay, let's get our price. I'm curious about price car. This is gonna be better. Okay, I'm just getting a Roof RGT. And I don't think this is a special color. Anyway, next episode of playthrough or solution from Gran Turismo 3 might have NA and Turbo Sports events. And yeah, this RGT don't have any special color. So yeah, by NA Turbo I can check out what kind of vehicles I might choose for the next event. I have a lot to choose from. The Turbo Sports ain't gonna be so easy, I think. Okay, I'm gonna try. Stay tuned for the next video and have a nice day.